Hey guys, this is Rob from Divine Management. I'm the marketing director, and I'm gonna make some videos here to kind of explain the whole concept of the I Know a Guy, and I'm gonna do them in segments. This one's gonna be the overall concept of I Know a Guy and how it came about. Then I'm gonna do the I Know a Guy network, and how the purpose of it and how it helps people. And then I'm gonna explain another video about the I Know a Guy page inside of Facebook, and another video on I Know a Guy on the web and how they will all connect, and with the power of social media marketing and the community, how when you link the three, it can be an effective tool to help others, and that's the mission. Um, this is another project similar to the House Over Living Network that we're trying to do, where we basically connect communities and support families. Um, that's the tagline. That's what we do. That's the mission, and this is kind of going to give you the overall concept of how it works. So I'm going to post this in the I Know Guy network so you can see it. It'll also be on YouTube so you can see it, and I'll have it on my page so you can see it, and to kind of fill in the blanks as far as any questions on how it works, as well as how it's beneficial to everybody involved, from the everyday individual all the way to the small business owner, investor, entrepreneur, the community, and overall the city or Ohio if it grows. Well, that's not. um, how the I Know Guy Network came about. When I was 16 and in my early 20s, man, and all the places that I would end up, um, I found myself at one point in time where I had a piece of paper and I would write down if I was at, like, legit no lie. One time I was in a house and somebody had a fish tank for sale. They were selling it for $40. It was a decent sized fish tank. So I wrote that down on a piece of paper, put it in my pocket with how much they wanted for it. And I went over to this individual's house over here and I was hanging out with them. And they had a fish, and they made a comment about their fish tank was dirty and they needed to clean it. And then it went into how they wanted to get another tank. Um, awesome. I reached in my back pocket, saw that I had a fish tank on there because I remembered, and then I made $5, $10 that way. So that's where the thought came in. I had it then. As far as, I mean, how that incident helped spark the idea, and then um, you got, I want to make reference. Sorry, it's kind of corny, but whatever. Gary Vaynerchuk does the same thing, kind of, where he goes around, and the dude's a billionaire for wine tasting. Owns Vaynerchuk Media, right? So he does not have to do this, but he goes around, goes to people's houses for yard sales and whatnot, and like mugs. He tags them Mug Life. He'll put them on Facebook Marketplace or whatever, and he'll sell them. And then at the end of every week, he will show everybody how much money he made. Now, granted, his leverage on everybody else is him, because he's his brand. You know what I mean? And you're gonna hear me use words like branding, content, sales, networking, social media marketing, and whatnot. But his brand, him, is what sells that stuff for the most part. And I mean, granted, it is feasible. You know what I mean? Just the fact that he's taking his time to do it. I mean, it's I don't understand that part of it. I guess he's just showing people that he can make money. You know what I mean? By selling other people's stuff, which is what we want to do. But we want to do it, and we want to help the people, so it's for the people. And you know, I don't really want to get into the money because it's not about the money. But these videos, when I get into how the money comes into play and whatnot, I'll show you. I'll explain my intent on that. Um, the overall concept with that and working with Divine Management, I found myself in my travels running into investors, contractors, agents, private lenders, homeowners. You name it. That's what it is. I had a guy that was asking me about plowing jobs because he has a plowing company. I got another guy over here where, or sorry, a lady where She cleans houses, and she's asking if I knew if I had any houses or knew anybody needed some work, and I was able to, because since we work with a lot of guys and whatnot, I can direct people to the point to where we created groups inside of Facebook, so we can help. If you're a contractor, you go over here, and we come across jobs where it might help you if you want it. You know what I mean? Leads, and we give it to you. You know what I mean? Like, and supporting, helping each other out. That's what it is. So we decided to create one called the I Know a Guy Network, which we're trying to get everybody to go to, especially if you buy in or sell. Um, and with the fact that I had that paper in my pocket, I know I'm not the only one out there that's like that. So we found others like that. We get them inside this network. And then when you put your stuff, your product on Facebook Marketplace, you add it to the network, and you're asking for a hand selling your item. You know what I mean? Like, and whether it's verbal, it's a contractual sale, whether it be verbal or what have you. And and we monitor them and try to help others sell the stuff if we can. And I'll put some of the stuff on Facebook. You know what I mean? Just to expand the reach, right? That's what it's all about. If you expand your reach and help this person sell this item, somebody wants it. Somebody, you know what I mean? You might find that individual that wants it. You just help them out. So you know what I mean? So the network is designed to do that. Then we have the page, and then we have the website, and the overall purpose of the network is we're going to start a brand, a social media marketing campaign with a brand designated to try to help those sell their products and services online, because that's what they want to do. I mean, that's their goal. That's their dream, right? That's if they sell T-shirts and that's what they want to do, then why not help them when capital and whatnot might not be on hand? You know what I mean? Like, I struggled trying to get, you know what I mean? Like, we all have done that. So this network is designed to try to help those who have a product or service sell it to the community, because we're going to be active in the community, as well as looking at these properties, whether it be to for Divine Management to make profit, or for our sober living campaign. You know what I mean? And so we want to use our network to benefit the people. So we tagged it the I Know a Guy Network. And we have pages throughout Facebook for social media marketing, and we run fundraisers on this one and whatnot. We're just, like, positivity sells too. You know what I mean? And we want to give that away. And if we're supporting the community, by you working with us on our page, you know what I mean? We're promoting your services online, as well as, you know what I mean, to the public inside of social media, to help expand your reach as far as people finding you. You know what I mean? Because if this business over here signs up with us and they do it effectively and right, and they invite all their friends to like that business, because that business is supporting that business, right? And this business over here is doing the exact same thing. You know what I mean? When you want that extra work, this third party business who may not even have invited their friends yet, you know what I mean, post an ad on that. It just went out to all those businesses, so you just help them ad, and we're trying to do it for almost next to nothing, because that's what these guys do. They charge you to network. I mean, that's a fact, man. That's what it is they're doing. You pay for their network. You know what I mean? There isn't a, you know what I mean? If I call Dean Graziosi, he's going to charge me $900 to $20,000 to hang out with him. You know what I mean? Just so I can meet him, you know what I mean? And hang out with people he knows, so I could possibly generate a lead or a deal myself, because that's what it's all about, right? But no one's doing, even musicians do the exact same thing, man. It's all the same thing. It's networking. You buy a network. Facebook groups that charge you. You buy a network. I know that because we do that. You know what I mean? And it's an effective tool, but nobody's giving that away. No one is teaching people. And that's kind of what this is we're going to inadvertently teach people about contractual sales. If you notice in the group, the networking group, we have our title assignment fee to let everybody know that if you are going to want to conduct any business with us, legitimately, we are all about transparency. You know what I mean? Like, we're totally upfront with what it is we're doing. And it's all about quality, pride and quality. The quality of your work is what's going to sell it. So if you do good work and you're on our team, You know what I mean? Then your efforts and your work, your hard work, your sweat that you put into what it is you're doing is going to speak for itself in its own volume. And together, we're just getting the people the resources to find that. If you, I mean, obviously, in the way the world is dog eat dog, if you're not good at what you do, you eventually will not be on the page. If I'm not good at what I do, eventually I won't be around and the page won't, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But I'm confident in myself, just like you guys are confident in yourselves. Together, if we come together and make this work, and I mean, and there's some slick things that go on with this whole Facebook branding stuff and whatnot that I'd have to, for another video, go into more details on it. But we can together collectively support our community just through networking and the positive, aspects of you know what I mean? Like I know a guy Brand is supporting the Ohio Sober Living fundraiser. Now, granted, that's a marketing tactic for us because we're not retarded, but at the same time, everybody that's affiliated with that page and supports that effort is, in a sense, supporting the Ohio Sober Living Network. So that positivity reflects on those businesses that are involved with us, and that is promoting the brand that the people can get behind. The brand is what sells your product and or service. It's and then you post your ads on a page, and then it'll sync up to a website where we're going to try to help other people sell their products on other platforms and what have you. So our site, over just on how we're going to lay it out with the whole media aspect of it, the community aspect of it, and getting involved, is going to generate traffic. Promise you that traffic to the content. Everybody's content is what's going to generate the traffic. Once we get the traffic there, then your ads are available at their disposal for the services. So, and overall, I mean, I'm speaking kind of way ahead of myself long term on the project. However, in 5 years, I'm hoping when you're in Akron, Ohio, you go to the I Know a Guy Network to find out what's really going on in Akron, Ohio. The hidden gem, you know what I mean? The best tattoo artist, you know what I'm saying? The best performer, the best contractor, the best mom and pop pizza joint. You know what I mean? If you come here to hang out, I Know a Guy Network. If you are looking to buy or something, or network with somebody who's serious about what they do in Akron, Ohio, you go to the I Know a Guy Network. That's the goal. And we do that by helping and supporting the community and each other. And that's the overall concept. Like I said, in the next videos, I'll get more in depth on how each one is going to be effective. You know what I mean? And but with that, I hope you paid attention. Know I'm serious about mine, and together we can make this happen. Stay blessed, guys.